Hey Desiree, I'm just looking at your file here. I just wanted to go over this really quickly with you. So if we go into the links panel over here, if you don't have this open when you're in InDesign, you probably should have this open. The links are basically any of the files that you've placed into your InDesign document. So like the background image, any logos, the shape, the AI file, so any outside files that you've done a file place and brought it in. So with everything that you bring in, you definitely want to check in the links panel. If you don't have the links panel open, you could go Window, Links, and just make sure that's checked. I like to be in Workspace, Essentials Classic, and I definitely like to have the Properties panel open, but links is important in InDesign. So if we kind of open up this little, because there's two instances of this background JPEG, so but we can open it up with this little arrow and we can click on these and we can see that it's an RGB color space and that the effective PPI, this is the really important number, is at 72. So it's super low resolution. I mean, if we zoomed out, we can see how big this is. So we could actually grab this. Let me move this over. Okay, so we could actually grab this, push Shift on the keyboard and just size it down so that it's smaller. And now we can see the effective PPI is 414 when we size it down, which is above 300. We want this effective PPI to be 300. So the actual PPI is 72, which tells me you probably got it online, which is fine, but you just need to use it small enough on your screen or in your project so that it's the effective PPI is 300. So I'm going to push Shift, and I'm using the black arrow tool in here. It's the direct selection tool. To bring it down to at least 300. And if we zoom in, I mean, there's a lot more of this sandy texture, but that actually doesn't look bad. I actually kind of like that, bringing that in and having it be more prominent. When it was so blown up, it kind of looked pixelated in a way. And another thing we need to fix is the color space. It needs to be in CMYK color mode. So if we go into the links panel, we can do a control click, which is basically a right click on a Mac, edit with, and then we can do Adobe Photoshop. So we want to open that file, that JPEG file up in Photoshop and go image mode. So image at the top menu, mode, CMYK color, because it's in RGB because you got it online. So we need to make it CMYK so that it prints well. So CMYK, and we can just do a Command S and save over the old file. Go back into InDesign, and hopefully it's updated now because I saved over the old file. It automatically will update. And now it's in CMYK. So that fixes both of the color space and the effective PPI issue. So with all projects moving forward, make sure that you're looking in your links panel if you're in InDesign and making sure that you're in CMYK color mode on all your images and that the effective PPI is 300 or above on all images. Also, when you're packaging your file, you know, I'm going to do Command S, but do a file package when you share this, and maybe you already did that. But you just need to, I'll just put it on my desktop, but it'll get the fonts, the links, which are the images that you brought in. You don't need the IDML. The PDF, if you want high quality print, is a good one if you're printing something. So the nice thing about packaging is that it gets the fonts in there too. So if somebody's missing your fonts, they can install the fonts and then they won't be missing your fonts anymore. I'm not missing your fonts probably because I have a Mac and you have a Mac, so we have the same fonts. But if you do a package, that'll actually bring the fonts in. Because when I got your folder, I didn't have any fonts in there. I just had images. So that tells me you didn't do a file package. And then you'd have to zip that package folder and then upload that for a grade or send it in an email to another designer. Anyway, we'll talk to you later. Let me know if you have any questions.